Good morning again, and thank you very much for being here. This is our third talk of the International Days 2024. And in this time, we have Magali Smith from IESEG, School of Management from France, Paris.
Yeah, Paris.
And so, Magali, you have the words for just talking about your institution and your opportunities.
I'll do that. So, hello. So my name is Magali Smith. I work at the International Relations Department.
Excuse me. What? I think I didn't do it correctly.
Oh, is it? Oh,
I'm sorry. That's it.
Now
it's
let's start again.
I almost screwed up.
We almost had no image.
Yeah. Now yes.
Okay. So start again. So my name is Magali Smith. I work at IESEG School of Management, which is a school in Lille and in Paris, in France. I'm here because we have a double degree program with ETSIME. So for our master in strategy and digital transformation and our master in management and sustainability. So just does this not work anymore? Wait. Oh, no, okay, it was just. So, just a few words about the school. So, we are a French grande école. So, we have our main program, our flagship program is a Master in Management, which is in 5 years. But we have other programs, including those which we have the 2 double degrees. So, we are a school that was established in 1964 in Lille first, and then we've been in Paris since 2009. And we are a school, so these are the values of the school, so which we have summarized by the acronym RISE, so accomplishment, responsibility, integrity, solidarity, and engagement. These are the main core values of the school. So we pay special attention to being a school that goes by and respects those values in everything we do, in our courses, in the student life, in the student, accompanying students through their studies and until they reach their professional life and accompanying them to first start into their professional life. And so the school wants to have students that become, as we say, change makers that will build a better society. So the goal is to have people that are educated, that have the best tools so that they can become actors, great actors in society that can better the world. So we are a school recognized by the state. We're a private school, but we're a non-profit, technically a non-profit association, as we say in France. So we have a lot of programs, and they are accredited by the Higher Education Ministry. And so we deliver state-recognized degrees. We also are a member of the Conférence des Grandes Écoles, which is an association throughout France for all the grandes écoles that exist. And we have also the Campus France Welcome to France label with 3 stars, which is the maximum that we can get, which is a symbol of how well international students are welcome in the university, in the school, which means we have a lot of student services that help students who are coming into France with maybe visa problems, housing, just regular day-to-day issues that they may have. We are here to help them through that. And so this is a label that shows how well this is done at the school. We also have different international accreditations and labels. We are a triple crown business school, as we say. So we have different, so AACSB, AMBA, and EQUIS accreditations, which is the best that a business school can get. So, yeah. And we also, so we have our biggest program, then the Master in Management, is 23rd in the world, according to the Financial Times, and 7th in France. And we also affiliated with the CNRS Research Center in France. So we have a research, a very big research part in our school, which is very rare for business schools and private schools in particular. But we have a research lab in collaboration with the top French research centers. Some key figures about the school. I hope it's not too small. So we have currently 8,450 students. We send a lot of students abroad every year, so about 1,600. And we also have, so as part of our programs, some of our programs, not all, but as part of our main programs, university exchange is mandatory, and then internships are mandatory. And then out of those internships, quite a few also have to be done abroad, also depending on the program. And a number of months have to be completed abroad. So yeah, we have all of our permanent professors are PhDs. So, and then we also have visiting professors, adjunct professors, and we are very much an international school. So 84 students of our permanent academic staff is not French. We have quite a few Belgians, Spanish, from wherever in the world, we have quite a few.
So there's like a mini world.
Exactly. We usually speak English in the school, like in the, it's you'll hear different languages everywhere. We have a lot of international students and we have a lot of international staff. So even within administrative staff, there is a lot of international staff. So people speak all languages everywhere. And then we have quite a few partner universities all around the world, including you. So more than 300 partner universities where we send our students every year, and then 2,500 more partner companies. And yeah, at this date, we have more than 17,000 alumni. So we've been active since 60 years now. It was the 60th anniversary, so it's every year the number is growing. So as I said, we have two campuses. So Lille is the original one, all the way in the north, near Belgium, very close to Belgium, and Paris. So the campus in Paris is in La Défense, which is the business district of Paris, of France. And then in Lille, we are part of the Université Catholique de Lille. So we have access to the facilities of the university, and we have access to the sports centers, to the medical center there, to all sorts of facilities that enable us to have more access, more services offered to students at no extra cost. So if you're a student at IESEG, you also have access to a lot of other services within the city. In Lille, the campus is very much in the city center, so very close to everything. And there is, so it's quite a student city. So because of the Université Catholique de Lille and then the Lille University as well, there are a lot of students there. You also see students everywhere all the time, especially in this district where we are. And we have, more than 4,000 students in each campus. We're very balanced between the two campuses. The goal is to have the same education, the same services offered in both campuses with no distinction. So the programs are usually offered in both campuses with the same courses, the same professors who will teach in both campuses, because they're only they seem kind of far, but it's not that far. It's 1 hour by train, so it's pretty close. So students can come and go, but they won't do it. You'll be in one campus only. If you're in Lille, you study in Lille. If you're in Paris, you study in Paris. But you could technically go visit the other campus if you wish. And staff do go back and forth quite a lot, so especially professors. So obviously then we'll reach then maybe cost of living later on, but we do have, Lille is not the capital, so it's a bit cheaper. Paris is a bit more expensive, especially because of rent. But yeah.
You want to put the video or not?
I mean, we could if we want. I
don't know.
That's okay. Or maybe at the end of it. So just a quick overview of our programs. So the Master in Management, the flagship program, we have a Bachelor in International Business. And then we have 12 specialized master programs, of which then the two that you have access to through the double degree is Strategy and Digital Transformation and Management for Sustainability. So to go a bit more in depth for those. So the Master in Strategy and Digital Transformation is a master that focuses on business strategy and development in a global context. So it's a program that is open to students in the Master of Mining Engineering and Energy Efficiency. So are you in these programs in one of these? Yes. Yeah. So it's open to you.
They are both. Yeah. Those two are the master programs in the double degree agreement.
So the goal, so it's a master that aims at equipping the students with the digital technologies knowledge, as well as skills needed to design and successfully lead digital transformation across different functions. So whether in operations, in customer experience, in employee experience, and also at the corporate level. So in, for example, strategy or business model innovation. It's something so that focuses on technology, on innovation management, and the goal is to have students that can cultivate a better intercultural understanding of the corporate world. This is in Paris, so this master is only in Paris, and you can, so obviously you can apply because you're in the right master here, but it's a master that is open to any bachelor degree, so you can apply with any bachelor degree. Currently, around 30% of the students that are currently enrolled in the master are from an engineering background, and then so half of the class is not from a business background. So it's quite diverse, and so you don't need to have done business before. It's not an issue if you have no knowledge of business at all. It's very open to different backgrounds, different and so okay. Just to give maybe a quick overview of courses. So this is just a few examples of the courses that are done throughout the year. So yeah, business ethics, international economics, international marketing, quite a few different courses, different topics. And also that includes language courses. So you can, if you don't speak French, you'll have French by default. Beginner French, if you need beginner French. But all the courses are in English, so there's no issue there. And then you also have the bootcamp. Bootcamp is usually it's one of our partner companies that will present students with one of the current issues. So that will be, because it's the strategy and digital transformation, it will be related to the topic at hand. And so students will be in groups, and then they will develop solutions, pitch them to the partner client, and then that's the entire class is just a big group project, basically. And then we also have the career program, which I'll touch on later. Our second program is the Master in Management for Sustainability. So since 2013, we've started including a lot of courses on sustainability, on business ethics throughout the programs. So not only the master, but all different programs have courses that touch on sustainability. And so this is something that at IESEG has become very, very important. So we are committed to including sustainability issues and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals in our day-to-day activities. So in the research that a professor will do, in our student life, in all of our campuses through different actions, and then even staff training. So even myself as administrative staff, I've had several hours of just staff training related to sustainability. So this is something that from first year to the end of the studies, students will have every year in their curriculum. So this master program is then a unique blend of courses that aims at having students become change makers, as we do for them. And then they have courses that will help them to address pressing sustainability challenges and environmental, social issues. And so, yeah, it's also something that is open to anyone with a bachelor degree in any field. Currently, I think it's about the same as the other master, where half of the students are from a business background, but so a bit less engineering students in that, about 10-15%, but quite a few diverse backgrounds, social sciences especially also. And so it's something that a master that really wants to have students best equipped to address challenges and so you probably have more basic science as engineering students than business students, but it really is something that will give students the tools, the technology, knowledge to then better apply the knowledge that they have to see how it can be used in management, how it can affect business decisions. And then when you analyze the role of social, environmental, pressing issues, then you can see what you can improve in your day-to-day decisions in a business-related job later on. Again, open to both of the masters here. So, yeah. So, some courses. Again, bootcamp, field projects, language courses, but also different kind of courses. More related, of course, to sustainability. And we have quite a few also courses focused on diversity, quality, and inclusion. We have specific core related to diversity and inclusion at IESEG for students and staff on the ground. But so we have professors really specialized in those topics. So yeah, I'm not going to read all of the courses, but the course list is available to you. So for the program structure, usually the program is done in 4 semesters, but as double degree students, you don't have to do the third term. So you only have 2 semester courses from September to May, and then from June onwards, you can go start the semester for the internship. It can also be another kind of capstone project if you want to, but that's to be discussed then with the academic directors over there. Usually it's a 4 to 6 month internship, so you should be done with if you do everything all at once, you have the internship that starts maybe early June, then by the end of October, you have done everything for the 19 CTS. And so these are state-recognized grade de master. So we have a master's degree officially recognized by the state, which is then, so the full name is the Diplôme d'études spécialisées en management international. And then it has a specialization according to what you chose, so strategy or the sustainability. The internship can be done anywhere. It can be done in France, it can be done in Spain, wherever you want. I don't know, United States, Asia, somewhere, whatever.
The company where you do that internship is IESEG, the one who search, or
The students
helps
search.
the students for?
The students do search, but also we have career support. So, very nice transition, thank you. We have a career center, one in each campus, which is very much the place to go to for advice. It can be advice for maybe how to, write a CV or how to write, I don't know, a cover letter. It can be, and then it's also one-on-one meetings with career advisors if you have specific questions, maybe. And you also have career courses, as we call them. So 2 VCTS in the year are courses that focus on just bringing you more information on how the job market maybe is in France, how it could be internationally, and then how to apply, how to look for jobs better, all kinds of different job-related questions, because it can be for looking for an internship, but also for your first job after graduation. It can be really anything. So yeah, it's specific spaces in the campus that are really reserved for that. And then you can also obviously just reach out to the advisors anytime. There's one advisor per program, so they are focused on, they know your program and they know what you're doing, so they know how to best help you. And then they also organize career events, so there's a lot of different events throughout the year that you can just join, register to, and then you can join them. So different, they're really usually maybe midday events or at lunchtime, so you don't have class at the time, or in the evening, so that you can join them more easily. For application, then we have a specific platform for double degree students. So I'm the one dealing with the applications. So you'll get a specific link for the platform. It's very simple. It's just uploading the documents, and then we'll have just maybe once you've filled in the application, then you have to pay a deposit, and then which is about usually 3,000 euro for the deposit, which is then cleaning from the rest of the fees. And then you can, you're accepted officially once you've paid the deposit, and you have until June 1st to apply. Just for maybe a bit more details on what's needed. So we require just a recent CV, motivation letter, and then your bachelor's degree or academic transcripts, everything you have up until the point that you apply, a copy of your passport or ID card, depending on what you have. And then we also require an English proficiency test score. We accept diverse number of tests. If you have a test that's not on there, usually we could accept according to equivalencies. And then if you've studied at least 2 years completely in English, you might be exempted from the test. Once you've filled in all of that, once you've uploaded all your documents, then you have an online conversation, usually with me or one of my colleagues. Just a quick talk. Yeah.
Like if I had studied 2 years like before, like I went on an exchange program like for 2 years.
Yeah.
Does it count that, or it's like
If you have
from certain age, like
it has to be at university level, so
okay,
close
so
to
at
high
school
school.
level or high
No,
school?
yeah, it has to be right. Yeah. It's starting from university level, but then also like if I can also have once we talk, and then maybe sometimes we can see if the level seems good enough for following courses, and it's quite flexible, honestly. But yeah, we usually prefer to have at least one test so that we are sure that you'll be able to follow, because everything is in English. So
So do those accreditation levels have to be like from the last 2 years, or?
yes, last 2 years.
Yeah.
A test taken from the last 2 years, which is usually the validity of the test. So yeah. Yeah. And then once we've had an interview, then the whole application is sent to the jury. and then they decide, if you're accepted or not. So the program is a fee-paying program, which is, so because you're exempted of the third semester, the full price originally for non-partner university from just regular students is 18,200 euro. But because you are from ETSIME, and then we have the double degree program, we have different scholarships available. So right from the top, everyone gets at least 10% off because you're from a partner university. And then we have a number of merit-based scholarships. For this double degree program, up to 2 students can get 50% off without, as long as, so if we get only 2 students applicants, then we have 2 scholarships. If we have at least 3, then the 2 best get the 50% scholarship. That 50% scholarship includes all of the tuition reductions. So, but it means that the price is then, cut in half. So it's a bit lighter. We have then, merit-based scholarships. Apart from that, that can go up to 4,000 reduction. And we also, because we are part of the TIME network, we can also offer additional 2,000 tuition reduction. So, and then there's also the Avenir Scholarship, which is a Campus Pros initiative that we are participating in. So we have up to 5 scholarships of 5,000 euro that are available. But this has to be noted that this is for every Spanish student coming to IESEG. So it can be a first year student in a bachelor program. It can be, so it's a separate application. And then this is a little more difficult to get because there's quite a lot of other applicants that qualify. So, but it's also something that can be tried.
So the merit-based scholarship up to 4,000 euros?
Yeah.
That has to be added to the 50% fees reduction? Or
no, the 50% includes everything, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the best that we can do is always 50%. So 50% will,
I must say, from my point of view, that there is said that for the 2 best ETSIME students, those are scholarships, but usually not many students ask for this destination. So right now there is one starting the double degree. So this course, he's there now.
Yeah.
And obviously he got the scholarship because he was the only one asking.
He was the best student because he was the only student.
So it is quite accessible.
Yeah.
This scholarship.
Mm-hmm. It's quite easy to get. And there is no separate application. So as long as, if there's 1 or 2, automatically you'll get the scholarship. If you accept it, which I'm sure you will. So that kind of reaching the end. So this is just a quick slide. Everything I've said so far, really. But we have, student services that are dedicated to incoming international students, which includes other exchange students participating in other programs and double degree students from all around the world in every program. And as I said, the Career Center, we have also an alumni network, which you have a small fee there's a fee to join the alumni network, which is automatically added to the tuition fees. And that gives you lifelong membership to the alumni network at IESEG. And then there's, as I said, very international school, and we have a lot of student clubs as well. And I'll go back to the student clubs afterwards. Regarding housing, we have, so our student services team is also the team in charge of housing help. So they will have, when you're accepted into the program, you'll receive a housing guide, which includes, depending on whether you're in Lille or in Paris, you'll get a lot of information on student residences that we have sometimes with different partners. And then also we have private housing available, so private landlords that work with IESEG. so that we have specific spots and maybe a room in a room share or in a house share or other different, sometimes it'd be a room in someone in a family as well. Different options. There's usually quite a lot of options, but there's also quite a lot of demand. So you have to be quite quick. It is first come, first served. So, as soon as you're accepted, you should be starting to look into housing options and everything because, especially in Paris, it can get quite tricky. In Lille, it's also starting to be a bit difficult because we have so many students and obviously then the space is limited. But usually everyone ends up finding something is fine. It's just it might take a bit more time if you get started.
They don't sleep under a bridge.
And we try not to. But yeah. In Lille, we have, in Paris as well, we have also residences, but then the IESEG residences, so which are managed with partners. But obviously the room in that is quite limited, but the rooms that we do have managed to get very nice. So, and then, obviously you have to stay at least one semester, but then that's not, you'll be staying at least 2 semesters, so that's fine. And then, so average of 600 euro per month for a flat in Lille, and then we'll pay 250 in Paris. Obviously, it's a bit more expensive. If you want to stay right in the city center, it'll be more expensive. And if you want to, you're open to being more outside of that, then it's usually a lot cheaper. We have good public transportation in both cities, affordable options for the metro, the bus, and everything. So usually you get a student transport card, so it's not too expensive. And you can also get what we have in France. If you're staying at least 2 semesters, you'll get access to the CAF, which is a specific social initiative from the French government, which gives you housing subsidy. So you can get money back from the rent you pay, or they pay part of the rent directly, depending on how it's set up. That depends on the students and the numbers. So
that is open to
international students as long as they stay, I think at least 3 or 4 months or something. So for students staying the whole year, they get so every month, for example, if you pay maybe 600 euro rent, maybe you can get 200 or 300 back from the. It depends on how much you earn, how much your family earns. If you're not independent from the family, let's say tax. If you're still depending on students, they're paying tax, and you're not. And depends on how, if you're independent or not, basically. But even so, if your parents don't earn too much money, then you can get a housing subsidy. Or if you yourself are independent and obviously you don't have much money, I suppose, then you get more money. It depends on that. And obviously, and then the size of the flat, the price you're paying, and everything. But yeah, it's a specific. There's a specific platform for it, and then the student services team explain everything at orientation at the beginning of the year. So you have all the details and all the information so that you can apply for it. It can take a little bit at the start of the year, so maybe you'll miss 1 month or 2, depending on how fast you can get everything set up. But usually you can get quite a few months of rent with the subsidy. It is something that you have to, I think you have to have a bank account in France. I'm not sure if in Europe would work. I don't think so. So you would have to open a bank account in France to get the money, because they can only get you the money in a French bank account, basically. So it is something that takes a little bit of back and forth with administrative issues, but it helps at the end of the day. It's quite a big help. And then we have quite a few clubs and associations, so over 65 in both campuses. And so I can send you the brochure. That was just I just saw that the brochure was translated finally in English. So we have an updated English brochure, which is good. So there's all kinds of different topics. You can really get anything you imagine. Usually they have it. And they have then some fairs where you can sign up. So it'll be usually start of October for the first semester, and then at the start of January, February, they'll also get a second round of information sessions, and just all the clubs are open for everyone. You don't need to speak French usually. There'll be quite a few French students, but it's also a way to, meet people, make friends. So, yeah, we also have an ambassadors platform, as we say. So if you have any questions, then you can ask questions on there, and then alumni, students, and also staff can answer questions on there. It should still be active. I admit it's been a bit since I went on there. But yeah, and obviously if you have any questions, I'm also available. So yeah, this is just my contact. And then my colleagues in my team, so Ms. Justine Blacher, and then our manager, and then we are in charge then in the international relations of the double degree programs and everything to do with admissions. So yeah, thank you very much. If you have any questions, please feel free.
I'm going to start the sharing.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
That was very interesting. Does someone have any question about the degree?
Yeah, is it cool to get an internship in French with medium level? Is it cool to get an internship in French with a medium level of French?
If you have at least, a little, have you done French before?
Yes.
Yeah. You'll get French courses like in the year. It is possible, but obviously a lot of companies will speak mostly French. But we also have companies, especially in Paris, where people do speak English at the company. So it is possible. If you have at least some French, then it's already a better possibility than no French at all. So it's possible. Students do manage to get it. So yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering myself about, as you have this big structure for internships associated with masters, do you have Erasmus agreements with other institutions as well, or just double degrees?
We have Erasmus programs for exchange students, but especially in the Master in Management and then in the Bachelor in International Business. We don't have it with those specialized masters. So those masters, they only have double degree agreements, but not that many.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the internship subject that they have to do, or then in the bachelor's degree, that internship is like 12 credits subject in the syllabus. So I was thinking about that possibility of the Erasmus internship program, which is different from the Erasmus Academy, for being able to go there and do an internship there and being recognized.
I know they have the Erasmus internships in those Master Management and the Bachelor in International Business. I don't believe they have it in the Masters, but it might be something I have to check on. Because I think it is possible that they get, I know for the other programs, they get the Erasmus scholarship with the internships they do abroad. So yeah.
We can talk about that.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I have to say as well for the students that are here that I do think personally that this kind of business schools or double degree agreements are a very, very good opportunity to have this two sides background, the engineering part from the School of Mines, the business part, and then I think that is very attractive for the companies to have someone with the two skills.
A very diverse background. They have a lot of skills that others would have.
Okay, so Cesar Lopez was supposed to try to connect.
Well, he's in
because he's there, but he had some travel, I think, so he couldn't get. I don't see he's there tonight. Just to answer some questions from the students' point of view. But he's not there, so he just.
He's right now doing the course, the strategy and digital transformation master.
So thanks again, and thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. Really.